Hey Pokemon fans, Draspy here, and today we're going to be talking about Pokemon X, Y, and Z Episode 29, Discussion and Review. This was an amazing episode. By all means, this was just excellent. This is what you expect from X, Y, and Z. This is the reason why I started watching the anime again after the disappointment that was Black and White. Black and White was probably the worst. That almost made me give up hope in Pokemon itself. Like at that point, I'm like, oh my gosh, just end it, please. The pain. It's like watching a dying horse. But no, this is why I watch the anime, because the battles are amazing, the characters are amazing, and they have just taken this whole Ash Greninja thing to a great place. Like I was a little skeptical at first that it would be kind of cheesy, but no, they've taken this to a great place, and I really like that. They've taken this. Yeah, it's good. I like it where it's at. They can do more with it, but I like it where it's at. So let's start out in the beginning. We see Pikachu again. Finally, Pikachu is finally back in the action. It's been so long since we've seen that dang little electric rodent, and now we see him. He's back in the action to take on little Bergmite. Well, that little lightweight doesn't stand a chance. A couple of quick attacks to run off the icy wind, and just a few Iron Tails here, maybe a Thunderbolt, and boom, Bergmite's gone. Not even a chance against Pikachu. I mean, come on, seriously. This thing's taken out legendaries. Do you really think Bergmite's gonna stand a chance? I think Wulfric was just kind of like, oh, let's see if he uses his little electric rat. I'm gonna send out my weakest Pokemon I own. This is a level 5 Bergmite. Level 100 Pikachu. Yeah, let's see who wins. Okay, now we get to move on to Avalugg. And he's like, oh, sweet, now it's time to send out my big guy. Well, Pikachu actually holds his own against Avalugg. Creates a crater in the ground. I know it's ice, but still, he just like, bam, crater. And it's like, rejected. And then, of course, Avalugg's like, nope, takes down Pikachu anyway. But I think that actually was pretty cool. Although I do have to note that with all the destruction and craters and ice and like holes in the floor, how come there's not all this wreckage all over the gym? I mean, like, seriously, if this is like what's happening, how come like every time we look at the field, it's like, oh yeah, the field's just like a perfectly smooth sheet of ice. Nothing wrong here. It's like, dude, you just had like huge like spikes come up through the floor. You had Pikachu hit a darn crater in the middle of the floor. You have Pokemon hitting icicles on the ceiling and them falling down, and this is all fine? Well, I mean, okay, it's anime, but still, it's like, seriously? Okay, so that was a little crazy how I just want to note how, like, despite all the destruction, things stay intact. But what do you expect from Pokemon? Little errors like that can get by, right? Okay, you can sense the sarcasm at this point. But anyway, we're moving on to the Abomasnow after Talonflame makes quick work with Brave Bird and Flare Blitz. I mean, like, Brave Bird was kind of like a final insult. It's not even super effective, and just like bam, a wing through the back. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be painful. He's gonna have to go to the chiropractor. And it was, oh man. So Avalugg's down. Now it's time for Abomasnow. Ash is probably thinking, okay, I'll just Flare Blitz this thing and be on my way to the league. Well, that doesn't happen. That really doesn't happen. Instead, we see a few Flare Blitz and Brave Bird attempts, but it's like, come on! It's like, nope, I'm done. Like, just at the very end, like when Ash is like, come on, Talonflame, and just like, it's like, nope, I'm done. Just like trying to get back on its wings and maybe ignite, and it's just like, nope, just bam. Yeah, that was a little unexpected. Like, I kind of half expected, maybe, had I not seen the preview, him to just Flare Blitz it and be like, well, here you go, here's the badge. But, obviously there has to be a reason to bring out Greninja. So it brings out Greninja. Bam, 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 doing okay against Abomasnow. And then, Abomasnow, of course, bam, ice punches him into the ground. And at this point, it's like, ooh, ow, whoa, what's going on? Breaks out of the ice and it's like, okay, you know what to do, right? Boom! Right off the bat, full Ash Greninja form, let's go. Completely starts poning Abomasnow. Just the facial expressions of Abomasnow during the beat-up scene was priceless. on several levels. Just the eye expressions. I mean, even though it has eyes and eyebrows only at that point, it just was so good to see that. I just loved that part of it. It was like, yes. Oh man, that just like, and it's like, I'm just like, yes. I just, oh man, just beating up the fat guy, the fat big old snowman. And then it's like, okay, Obama Snow, it's time we showed these guys some respect. And just like, bam, Mega Evolution. And it's like, and Ash is like, oh shoot. And everybody in like the thing's like, oh shoot. And then even like Z comes out to watch this. I mean, like Squishy doesn't come out a lot in public, but he's like, heck yeah, I'm gonna come out for this battle. Yeah, I want to see this action. So because like I bet he has a slight fear of ice types being being a dragon ground when he's fully grown up. Yeah, so he sees that battle. It's like bam, just completely destroying Obama Snow to the max. It was just. I mean, I know there were close moments like when he tried to like double team around and just come in. I mean, I knew that was gonna end pretty badly from the beginning, unless like he had one stay back and then just come in. But it was interesting how he tried to do it, and then like the skates idea, that was pretty genius actually. So, we have that going around. Things are going pretty well. At this point, we're like, okay, come on, how's it going to end? Mega Shuriken isn't working. Ice punches that away. But then finally, he gets around him, and bam, it is over. And just the final look on Obama Snow's face. It's gone. It's like, yes, the giant has fallen. And then, of course, we get the badge. We're all happy. And then Serena's looking at Ash, and of course, in her thoughts, we have more shipping hints. But come on, at this point, guys, I mean, what do we expect? It's Serena. We're gonna see tons and tons of hints from Serena. The only time I'm really gonna get excited is if she considers confessing in a serious way, or if Ash does something. Because until Ash does something, we don't really have a reason to get excited until it looks like there's going to be a confession from Serena that's actually going to happen, not just kind of like thought about, but then not actually happens. I mean, we know if she was thinking about it at that point that she wasn't actually going to do it. I mean, that would have been a awkward moment at best. I mean, like to go over and like maybe hug him or something, that would maybe be good, but like to just go up and confess or something like that, it would be like that could turn out super awkward, and that would be like a really bad way for a more shipping to end. That would just be like, what the? Yeah, okay. The writers really screwed that up. So then, obviously the writers aren't going to do something like that, because that would just like throw the fandom into convulsions. Especially if Ash like accepted and be like, what? Just like the destruction and chaos caused, like either the entire Amore community would just like the entire Amore community would go nuts. The entire Pokeshipping community would go nuts. Everyone would go nuts no matter what outcome of said action happened. Because it would just be big regardless. I mean, even if like Ash ignored it or just like kind of stepped to the side of it, something big like that happening would just be like everyone would go nuts. But of course, just bro fist of friendship, which is kind of typical of Ash. I mean, like we see him do the high five that was supposedly like his whole Dawn thing. He does that with Greninja, and like kind of the bro fist I would see as kind of his, kind of Kalos thing. Like the bro fist of Kalos, you got the high five of Sinnoh, and then you got the I don't know what of Unova. We don't even need something for Unova. Unova is an unpleasant chapter of Pokemon that is best forgotten for several reasons. I know there were some triumphs in it, but it is best forgotten, the Unova League. Like, that was an embarrassment to Pokemon, in my opinion. So, I mean, if you like it, sure, but the Unova League, and it wasn't a very good scripted anime. I understand if people lost faith in the anime at that point. I did, and it took me a little bit of convincing and a few, like 20, 30 episodes of X and Y to get back on board with the idea of Pokemon anime. I was very skeptical at that point. Like Diamond and Pearl, I was a little skeptical at first, but I kind of liked Don, so I'm like, oh yeah, and like I liked Paul too. He was good, so I'm like, okay, yeah, he's great. And Brock leaving kind of also made me feel a little like, ooh, I can't really trust the next generation. Anyway, so quick talk about preview for episode 30 after that little rant about the future. Wow, Gudra. We will see Gudra again. This has a lot of potential for what can happen this episode. Either we can see a really nice kind of, oh, how's it going, Gudra episode, or we can see like, hey, you want to come back with the team? Or hey, let's capture our sixth Pokemon. Maybe where we'll see like a Millet or a Florges or something like that. I mean, there's a lot of potential for this episode. It could go many ways. So that's what I think about episode 30. Episode 30, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm episode 30. The next two episodes after that, not so much. Ironically, I'll be gone those 2 weeks, so those episode reviews will be coming a little late. But again, I'm not super excited for those up to coming episodes after episode 30. But episode 30, I'm definitely hyped for. I'm expecting good things from that episode. So yeah, please leave a like, please leave a dislike, please leave a comment. Just basically, this is a discussion. Let's talk about our opinions, talk about what you think, and we'll try to talk over down in the comment section. Try to avoid over-raging and keep it civil. So I will see you later. Please subscribe, and yeah, out.